Hello, this is Miss Hancock
Miss Falk.
and we are going to do our spiral review for day 5. Let's look at number 1. It says a line plot with long jump data is given. So I see there that it says long jump measurements. My line plot begins at 3. It goes to 4 and ends at 5. It says Linda jumped 3/8 foot shorter than the farthest jump. How far in feet did Linda jump?
Alright, so let's take a look at our line plot. First, let's take a look from 3 to 4. Let's count how many marks we have between there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means that each one of these is worth 1/8, because it would take 8 of those to make another hole. So this is 3 and 1/8. This would be 3 and 2/8, 3 and 3/8, 3 and 4/8, 3 and 5/8, 3 and 6/8, all the way up here to 5. But we're looking for 3/8 foot shorter than the farthest jump. So we need to figure out what this X is right here. So if we know each of these is an 8, this is 4 and 1/8, and this is 4 and 2/8. So we need to take our 4 and 2/8 and take 3/8 away from that. So we know we're going to be subtracting. And Miss Hancock, what do you notice about that?
Well, I know that I can't do 2/8 minus 3/8. There's not enough there.
There's not. So we're going to have to borrow. So we're going to take a whole. That'll leave us with 3. And we know one whole is the same as 8/8. So if we add that to the 2/8, we now have 10/8. So now we can subtract 10/8 minus 3/8, which is
7/8.
and then we have 3 holes that we bring down. So how far in feet did Linda jump? She jumped 3 and 7/8 feet. But when we're doing these grids, remember you have to convert a mixed number into a fraction. So we need to take our 3 and 7/8 and we need to convert it. So we know one whole is 8/8, so we need 3 of those. So we're going to do 8/8 plus 8/8 plus 8/8. There's our 3 holes. And then add the 7/8 to that. So if we skip count, we go 8/8, 16/8, 24/8, plus 7 more. So 24 plus 7 should get you 31/8.
31/8.
So that's equal to 31/8. Now we can fill in our grid. 31/8. Just make sure you bubble in the correct bubbles underneath. And you're all set.
That was fun.
Now we're going to compare some fractions. Alright, so select greater, less, or equal to complete a true comparison for each pair of fractions. So we don't have the same numerators, we don't have the same denominators. So we're going to have to convert these fractions so that, or make equivalent fractions I should say, so that they have the same denominator. I know that 3 times 8 is 24. So we're just going to come up with the same fraction with 24ths. And 3 times what gives you 24? Should get 3 times 8. So if we do the same to the top, 4 times 8 is 32. Alright, and then over here we have 8 times 3 equals 24. So we're going to do the same to the top. 5 times 3 equals 15. And we know that 32 24ths is greater than 15 24ths.
And you know what, Miss Falk? I was looking at that and I thought if my top number is bigger than my bottom number, so my numerator is bigger than my denominator, then I know I have greater than a whole.
Yes.
So some of our students might know that 4/3 was greater than 5/8 because 5/8 isn't a whole yet.
Exactly.
So.
That is a good point right there. All right, so both of these are in that scenario, like you just mentioned, but we can we could turn this denominator into a 4, right?
Absolutely.
So if we multiply by 2 on top and bottom, let's see what we get. 3 times 2 is 6, and 2 times 2 is 4. So what do you say about those?
Oh, yes, now they have the, wait, they're the same.
They are, so they are equal.
All right, that
And
number's hard to see.
This one is really hard to see, so we're just,
I think is it a 6?
it almost looks
And a 5?
like a 6, but we're just going to skip this one, Miss Hancock.
Oh, let's do that.
Let's give them a break.
Yay.
Let's move on up here to number 3. It says, what is the measure in degrees of the angle? Ooh, I love these. And some of us got to be careful. We want to start on this side, and we got to go all the way around. So we got to determine, do we want to use the inside numbers or the outside numbers to find our angle measure? We always want to start at 0. So we need to use those inside numbers. See, they're counting up 10, 20, 30, all the way around to, where does that land?
Is that 140?
That is at 140 degrees.
You know what else they should know?
What?
Is that is an obtuse angle.
You're so good.
So it's greater than a 90. If I had a number less than a 90, I know I wasn't looking at the right one.
Obtuse angle, a little bonus right there.
Mhm.
All right, next we have an addition problem. This should be fun.
Find the missing number.
Yeah. All right, so we know that 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 2 more is 16. So we would bring down our 6 and carry that 1 up there.
Mm-hmm.
We know 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 4 more is 9, plus 2 more is 11. So we carry another 1. That's important because right now we know we already have 6, 7, and 8. So how many more till we get to 9?
1.
1 more.
We found it. I bet
And
they
that-
found it before us.
I bet they did too. All right, and that is it for today, just 4 problems. So you guys will just go to the next video so that you can practice some more line symmetry.
See you in a second.